3, 2, 1, action.
Okay, so before we start, let me ask you guys, do I sound clear? Do I sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, IRFAN. So then let's get on with our meeting. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And this is our company, Dames Charming, company meeting agenda. So this is the first formal meeting to discuss about our office and factory relocation. And our attendees are the head of departments of Dames Charming. So in this meeting, we are going to discuss about every factor that we need to consider for the relocation. So firstly, I would like to tell you guys that our company would like to relocate because our factory and office are located at in Johor at Segamat. So Segamat is a place that is prone to flooding. Basically at the end and the start of the year from December to early February. So we are looking to relocate to a place that is safe from flooding and to avoid losses caused by flooding, since we are a guitar manufacturer and seller. So yeah, the meeting attendees are me, Mohamad Amir Khair bin Anasir, the project director of Team Strumming, and next is Daniel Ariel, the head of facilities, and the next one is EZRIR FARHAN, the head of finance, and lastly Ahmad Irfan, the project manager and also the operator of this meeting. So the meeting objectives. This is the first discussion, formal discussion of relocating our office and factory. So our objective that we would like to achieve from this meeting is to assemble a cross-functional team across all departments and to discuss the positives and negatives of relocating from the perspectives of all the departments involved. And next is to discuss an approximate budget of relocation and to gather opinions of each department head. And lastly, to predict any unexpected obstacles that may arise during the project. Since this is a long project, so we can only predict what might happen and what are the possible obstacles that we may face during the entirety of this project. So next is, okay, the positives and negatives of relocating. So the first positive is the company will not face flood issues in the new location. So, and the new location is located in Klang Valley, close to the Port Klang, which will cut our shipment cost. And it is closer to Kuala Lumpur, and it is just better to operate at a place closer to the cities and to Kuala Lumpur. And next is to allow us to interact with new audience and increase our customers and profit. Since it is at the center of Malaysia, our shipment, let's say right now we are located in Segamat, and the shipments and the travel costs from, let's say, the north of Malaysia is too high. So by relocating to the center of Malaysia, we'll cut this cost by a significant amount. And next, the negatives of relocating is number one, the employees will find it hard to find new houses, especially those with families. This is also to find schools for their kids, and maybe If they live with their parents, we need to also consider them. And the next one is the initial cost of relocating can be significant. So the cost will be high. It will be high, but it is for a greater cost, which is to relocate to a better place for our project. And the next one is relocating can slow down our progress on ongoing projects. So since we will be transferring our facilities, our machineries, our staffs, our engineers, so maybe our progress might be slowed down by, I would say, maybe 50%, since we are looking to we are looking to relocate at a high pace. So we need to sacrifice our progress on our projects. So the next slide, I would like to invite Mr. Daniel Dean Jason to talk about the factory machineries.
Hello, am I audible? All right. So, thank you, Mr. Amir. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. So today I want to address a significant decision that's on the horizon, the relocation of our factory to Klang Valley. So, as the head of the facilities, I understand that this move brings various consideration, especially when it comes to our machinery. So in this transition, we'll be moving crucial equipment such as 3D printer, assembly jigs, binding machines, CNC machines, carving routers, and sanding machines. So each of these plays a vital role in our operation, and ensuring their safe and efficient relocation is top priority for our facilities team. And so now, while most machines will be making the journey to Klang Valley, um, some need to stay put for the continuous operation. We have carefully identified and assessed these machines to guarantee that their presence remains seamless and there's no disruption to our ongoing processes. So this new location at in Klang Valley holds great promise for us for sure. Its proximity, Port Klang presents a strategic advantage where that can significantly reduce our shipment costs, contributing to our overall operational efficiency. So I want to assure to you that our facilities team is working diligently on a comprehensive plan to manage this relocation smoothly. From secure packaging to expert handling, we're leaving no room for uncertainties. So, however, I also acknowledge that the importance of the missions that needs to stay behind. Rest assured, our team is equally committed to ensuring the continuity of operations with minimal impact. We'll be implementing strategies to maintain their functionality and efficiency throughout this transition. So this move isn't just about changing our location. It's a strategic step forward, improving our overall business prospect. So it's about seizing opportunity, reducing costs, and positioning ourselves for success in Klang Valley. So I think that's all from the head of facilities. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Daniel Dean Jason. A good explanation on the machineries. And the next one, I would like to invite the Mr. Ahmad Irfan to talk about the unexpected obstacles.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. So, my being here today is to talk about the unexpected obstacles that may occur during our proposal or during our relocation. So, the first thing is exceeding the approximate budget. So, this could occur due to unexpected costs, scope changes, or inaccurate initials. Um, It's crucial to identify the reasons, reassess the budget, and communicate with stakeholders to find solutions or adjustments to for us not to exceed the budget. So the second thing is the permits are not approved. So as you may know or you may not know, for us to relocate, there are certain permits that we need, our company need to get approved, and the delays in permit approval may arise from regulatory issues or incomplete documentation. So me as the project manager, I will work closely with the relevant authorities to ensure all required documents are in order and have contingency plans to address potential delays. The third unexpected obstacle is the delay in logistic process. So logistic process is basically as what Mr. Daniel mentioned earlier, the process to move certain things to our new location. So this process may have some delays, and it may vary from transportation issues, supply chain disruptions, or unforeseen obstacles. So the logistic process involves closely in me monitoring and having alternative suppliers or routes and maintaining open communication to address these issues promptly. And the last unexpected obstacle, well, um, we can say that it is expected, but the last thing is employees' disagreement. So, as we all know, this move is a very huge move for us to go through, and conflicts may arise among team members. And as Mr. Khan mentioned earlier, people with families are going to have a huge difficulty in finding new homes or new school for their children. And it's essential for me, the project manager, to foster effective communication, mediate conflicts, and establish clear expectations to maintain a positive and collaborative working environment. So these are the unexpected obstacles, the unexpected obstacles that I have listed down. But as you all know, as time goes, there must be more, or we predict that there will be more unexpected obstacles. And I believe that is all for me. That is all that I want to say today. Moving on.
Okay, thank you, Ahmad Irfan, for the unexpected obstacles. And lastly, I would like to invite Mr. EZRIR FARHAN to lay out the budget breakdown for this project as the head of finance. Please, Mr. EZRIR
Hello,
FARHAN.
can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Irfan and Mr. Khair. So this is the budget breakdown for the relocation of our office and factory. As you know, this is the first meeting, so I didn't go into the details of what is needed, and I've just classified it into three categories, which is the operational cost, the legal cost, and research and development. So the operational cost includes maybe moving services, like hiring transportation experts, or maybe for services and equipment, furnitures, and other supplies. Next is the temporary storage, where for a certain while we need to store item during the transition period. So I think that is needed to be included in the operational costs. Next is the communication infrastructure. So this is for the telephone lines, the internet services, and other communication infrastructure, so that when we move to a new office, we won't have trouble with this. So next is the utilities, so such as electricity, water, gas. It is a basic necessity that we need at the new office. So without this, we can't relocate efficiently. Next is the office setup. So when moving office, we wouldn't keep the same layout. So I'm planning on giving some of the budget to the office setup so we can change it to a new layout. And lastly is the employee relocation. So if applicable, and the cost doesn't exceed our budget, we are planning to give such as travel expenses or temporary housing to our employees, so that they don't feel much of a burden while transitioning. And finally, I'm putting the unexpected obstacles that were mentioned by Ahmad Irfan under operational costs, since it is not yet specified on what will happen or if it will exceed our budget of 2.5 million. So next is the legal costs. So under the legal costs, we've provided 30%, which is usually the permits and uh, maybe whatever the lease of the land that we're going to buy. So we also need to hire some lawyers to not get scammed when transitioning and making our process more smooth. Lastly is the research and development. So 20% goes to this, maybe for site management, where we go to the site to see the suitability of our new factory and office. There would also be where we hire experts that can do the research for us. So I think it is a good cost. So yeah, so as I said, it's to obtain necessary permits and approval. So consider hiring professional movers and hiring researchers for the perfect place. So the approximate budget that our company is willing to give or lay out is maybe in the range of 200 and 2.5 million. Yeah. So that would be all. Thank you.
Mr. Ezri Farhan, before we move on, I would like to ask you one question. Since we are looking to relocate to the Klang Valley, are we going to rent a factory and office, or are we going to find new lands, or maybe find an old factory to buy? Do you have an answer for that?
So for now, we don't have an answer, since right now the research and development team isn't yet to be assembled. So when we hire those professionals, we can get a clearer view on maybe what we can do or where we can go for our new office and factory.
All right, thank you. And now, moving on, I would like to hear the overall opinions from every attendees, and starting from me. And firstly, I would like to say that this is a meaningful meeting, and from what I've heard, as the project director, as the overseer really for this project, I think that every aspect seems to be looking good, and every factor seems to be positives and in our favor. And I think since there are many positives that we can think of, and the budget is very affordable for our company. So I think we should proceed with this project since it would eliminate one of our biggest loss, which is due to flooding in Segamat. So yeah, that's all from me. And the next one, I would like to invite Mr. Daniel.
Thank you, Mr. Amir. So, my overall opinion after careful consideration, my recommend is moving our 3D printer and CNC machine to the new factory, where they can work even better. So, for the other machines, like assembly jigs, carving router, binding machine, and sanding machine, my suggestion is to upgrade them and get some new ones. So to keep up with the latest technology. So this might be a big change, but it's important for our long-term success. I believe these decisions will help us work more efficiently and stay competitive in our industry. So I think in about the facilities, it's my overall opinion about it. Yeah. Thank you.
So as the head of facilities, are you for the do you agree with our relocation or do you disagree?
I think I will agree with the decision because Tangville is a strategic place to start our new factory operations. Yeah.
All right. Next one, I would like to invite Mr. Irfan, the project manager, to give us his overall opinions. Please, Mr. Irfan.
Okay, hello. So as the project manager, my opinion on this proposal on this relocation is that I am very up for it. I agree with the goals that are in mind, which is to be free from flooding, which has cost our company a lot. But as someone who has been in this company for over a decade, I am very worried about the unexpected obstacles. And what I worry the most is about our employees. And as Mr. Kai mentioned earlier, there will be an issue where our employees will have difficulty to find new housing and find schools for their children. But after I've heard Mr. Farhan's explanation, and I've heard that there will be a budget that will help ease our employees, I think or I believe that everything will proceed smoothly. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Irfan, for your opinion. And lastly, I would like to invite Mr. EZRIR FARHAN, Head of Finance, to give us his overall opinion. Please, Mr.
Uh,
EZRIR FARHAN.
Thank you, Mr. Khair. So, as Mr. Irfan said, that uh, there will be profits from moving to a new place or relocating our office and factory. So, I'm all for this movement, as right now we're suffering quite a loss from uh, the flooding due to our wood being destroyed in the process. So when moving to a new factory, maybe we can increase the profits. We can also try to gather new audiences to our company. So we should hope that there is no unexpected obstacles that would hinder our process in the transition, and I think the budget would be enough for this move. So yeah, that would be all.
Thank you, and EZRIR FARHAN from the Department of Finance. So lastly, I would like to conclude and maybe a recap of our meeting. So some of the negatives that we can think of that were stated and that I've discovered from our meaningful discussion is the budgets and unexpected disagreements from our employees, And one of the things that we didn't really mention was that increased competition. Since we are going to a more strategic place, there will be many more competitors. So that is one thing that we should be looking out, and maybe we should mention in our next meeting. And that's all really. And the positives that we would get from proceeding with this project is increased profit, increased potential buyers, potential customers, and I would say really Port Klang is a very strategic place for our operation, for the shipment costs, and since it is near Port Klang, I think it would be better for us to do more international shipments, more international businesses. So I would say the positives outweigh the negatives, and I would say that you guys all agree with it since we've got 4 out of 4 votes. So we would proceed with this project and see you guys on the in the next meeting. Thank you.